Student, how are you? Hope doing well at your studies and reading and learning physical education, what we are teaching to you. Today I am going to teach you about, or I want to involve you in a subtopic of disability etiquettes. First, we have to understand the meaning of etiquettes. The meaning of etiquette is polite behavior in a society among members or a particular group. Disability etiquette is a set of guidelines which allow us how to approach person with disabilities. Before knowing about disability etiquettes, it is essential to know or understand certain basic things, and these basic things are as follows. If someone has disability, don't assume that he needs help. Sometimes we make our mind like this, that if he is a disabled person or a disabled child or a student, that he need help, and we try to help him again and again. That adult with disability want to be treated as independent person, but we can help only those person with disability seems to need help. When they are actual in need, when they need help, it is important to help them also. Some common disability etiquettes are general. There are some common general etiquettes are there that we have to follow. Those general conditions: always put the person first. For example, a person with disability rather than disabled person. We have to put the person first. I've given you one example. Person with disability rather than disabled person. We should always avoid such type of words like physically challenged, disabled, and handicapped, retarded. I would like to give you one more example related to these. We can say person who are blind rather than blind person. This is one of the best example of disability etiquettes. And one more is that always have a conversation at normal tone voice. When we are talking to them or telling something to them, we should have a conversation in a low voice or a low or a normal tone. Though we should not talk in a high pitch. Such individual like this also. Always introduce yourself to a person who are blind by introducing your name. When we are meeting to a blind person or introducing ourselves to a person who are blind, we can use our name. Suppose I am meeting a blind person. First I will, how I can introduce myself? By taking my name. My name is Sandeep Mehta. Next heading, we are going to study about advantage of physical activity for children with special need. Physical activity always play an important role for the children with special need. Physical activity play a significant as well as positive role in the life of children with special need. Following are the advantage or benefit of physical activity with the children of special need, and one of the important is physical improvement. As we all know that these special need children, they suffer from cognitive disabilities, most likely to suffer from physical impairment. These children have problems with motor skills in hopping, jumping, and various physical activities. These are few of the activities that I told you. Motor skills we can say running, jumping, and doing physical activities. While involving in physical activities to these children, they can develop, it can help them to develop fundamental motor and physical fitness skills. These activities improve the level of well-being and physical health and help them in hand and eye coordination. Physical activities help them in hand and eye coordination and flexibility, strength, and endurance, even cardiovascular efficiency. If we are involving in physical activities, they are able to improve their physical fitness, and cardiovascular improvements are also there, and motor skills become better and better. Social interaction, physical activities or sports and games play a vital role in developing social interaction with other students. If they are given a chance to play with other students or involved in activities of sports and games, they improve social interaction among the children with special need. Social interactions or social relations are developing at the time during involvement in various physical activities. They love to play with other students and they share their emotions and feelings also. Reduce risk of health complication. We know that special need children, they are suffering from many complications, and if we are involving them in physical activities, we can help them or reduce the risk of health complications. Physical activities are beneficial for children with special need because they reduce the risk various health complications, and these complications are like high blood pressure, diabetes, and at the same time improve appetite or their diet. Sometimes they are not willing to eat, their diet become good and appetite improve, and the quality of sleep. If we are involving special child in a physical activities, they are able to reduce the risk of health complications. We are at the very end of this chapter. Before winding up this chapter, it is important that you should go all the headings of this book. This chapter is very important. Read and write and do all the questions of this chapter that are given at the end of this chapter. Last heading is strategies to make physical activities accessible for children with special need. How we can make a planning or important physical activities for children with special need. As we all know that physical activity plays a vital role in development of these children's. First is medical checkup. It is very important or essential to have medical checkup of all the children with special need or with various disabilities, because without medical checkup the teacher of physical education is unable to know about the type of disability a child is facing. Second, physical activity must be based on the interest of children. It is important to know the interest of our children, and physical activities should be based on their interest. It must be based on interest, attitude and abilities, previous experiences and limitation of a child with special need. The teacher of physical education should have a deep knowledge on limitations and interest of a particular child. If we know the interest and the need of our children, we can make the activity based on an interest of a child. If suppose I know that a child is good in motor skills, I know the particular child with disability, he is able to do a motor skills. So I will try to make or try to create an healthy activity to develop motor skill of a particular child. Third is a variety of different instructions strategies should be used. For performing various types of physical activities, variety of different instructions strategies are used, such as verbal, visual, and sometimes pictorial books are also a vital terms of instructions regarding physical activities. We can use pictures for physical activities and verbal instructions. We are trying to give them a verbal instruction while they are having physical activities or while they are having activities on a ground. It can give children the proper opportunity to start learning on their own and become more independent. If we will use these type of instructions, the instructions are verbal or visual, or we can use in a form of pictures, they can become more independent and they will try to involve more and more in physical activity.